Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about a topic that's been on my mind for quite a while, and it's about tattoos. Working while having tattoos in Korea and in Japan. I wanted to share my experiences with having tattoos and working in these two countries, because I've been working in Korea for maybe 6 years or so, and in Japan for about 3 years. So I have quite a few years of experience working with having tattoos and working in these two countries that I wanted to share with you. Just know that these are my experiences, and these experiences aren't a guideline of what will happen to you if you decide to come to these two countries to work. People's perception of tattoos in these two countries have changed a lot throughout the years, but you can't change everyone's mind, and you don't have to. Some people will not like tattoos, and they'll not like tattoos for the rest of their lives, which is totally fine. I chose to get tattoos for a variety of reasons, and my parents still don't understand why I decided to get tattoos. They're never going to understand, and I can't make them understand. I can't force them to understand my reasoning. So we're at an impasse. That's a whole nother story, but I understand. I have tattoos, and I'm gonna have to live with them for the rest of my life. I don't regret any of them, and I don't regret the choices that I've made to get tattoos, and I don't regret any of the jobs that I had, even though it was quite difficult to wear long sleeves for about 9 years during the hot summers in Korea and Japan. Tattoos are forever, but your job isn't. And I've learned that the hard way. Your job will not last forever. Tattoos, if you laser them off, they might go away, but anyway, for the time being, you know that they're permanent. I treasure my tattoos, and I just wanted to share my story today with you. I do have quite a few tattoos on my arms and my upper body. I am open to getting tattoos on my lower body in the future, but that's quite a ways away. But I first got my tattoo, my first tattoo was in university, and it was quite a small one, but I knew that I would have to cover them because I knew I wanted to work in Korea and Japan. During that time, I knew that tattoos had quite a bad reputation in these two countries, so I 100% knew what I was getting into. During the first year I worked in Korea, I covered my arms, even though I had small tattoos, for the whole summer, for the whole year I was there. I continued to get more and more tattoos here and there during my year, and no one really asked me why I was wearing long sleeves. It was just like, oh, you're wearing long sleeves, aren't you hot? That was the end, and I didn't really find anything difficult other than having to deal with the heat. When I went to Japan for 3 years though, from what I remember, on the application they ask you if you have tattoos, and I don't know if there was a note, but I think I added a note saying that I am 100% confident I can hide my tattoos even during the hottest summers in Japan, because I knew I did it in Korea, so I was like, I can do it in Japan. I did it for 3 years, and I don't think I showed my coworkers my tattoos until at least a few months. I showed one of my coworkers, she was fine with them, and then I think I showed my other close coworker maybe after I came back to Korea. It was a long time, but I just felt comfortable wearing long sleeves even during the hot summers. So that was a weird explanation. Hope that was conveyed somewhat clearly. But tattoos for me in Japan were kind of my hidden armor, and I didn't need to show it off to anyone except for me. I knew that I had them, and I loved them. When I came back to Korea, I found so many different routes to teach. You have your hagwons, your private schools, your private schools, your international schools, and your public schools, and probably there's more, but those are the 4 that I can think of. From what I know, they will ask you if you have tattoos, and they will ask you for pictures of them. That was when I applied ages ago. I don't know if things have changed since then, but they will ask you if you have tattoos. They want to see that your tattoos are I think from what I have surmised, is A, they want to see if you can cover them, B, how big they are, and see if like there are any offensive ones. I know that some people might say that might want to say, oh, I don't have any tattoos, but people will figure it out if you have them. It's better to be, in my opinion, it's better, I was very open. I wrote down all of my tattoos that I had at the time and my piercings. I think they also asked you about piercings, but it's up to you how honest you want to be. That's just my experience. And then I just continued to apply after that directly to the school, and schools don't really ask you if you have tattoos. They will see you at the interview, so other than that, they don't ask you about other things. They ask you to have a medical check, but other than that, they don't ask you about your tattoos or piercings or whatever. At one of my workplaces in the past, I was able to keep my piercings in, and that was great. They didn't care much, and I had other coworkers who had piercings, so that was fine. From what I surmised, during my 9 years experience here in Korea and Japan working with tattoos, it's really on a case-by-case basis. Don't take anything people say to heart about your tattoos. If they have tattoos, whatever. If they don't have tattoos and they don't like tattoos, whatever. It's your body, your choice. You decide to have beautiful artwork on your body. If you decide to continue to work in Korea and Japan, you know that sometimes you might have to cover them, and you have to be okay with that, and you just have to respect the culture here and in other countries that would like you to cover them. It's nothing against you, it's just how it is. Went through it for 9 years, and I'm happy that I'm done and that I can wear short sleeves and not have to worry about students seeing me outside of school with tattoos. That was a very convoluted story time, but if you're interested or have any questions about working in Korea or Japan with tattoos, feel free to comment and I will be happy to answer. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.